At the top of the list when it comes to pharmaceutical price gouging, and diabetics are paying for it. Almost a century ago, the inventors of insulin sold their patent for just $1. They sold it for that cheap so that everyone who needed it could get it. Well, today people are paying hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for just 1 month's supply. A huge impact in a place like Shelby County, where it's estimated 1 out of 3 adults is diabetic or pre-diabetic. Tonight, I'm taking you inside this costly crisis.
I am one of the lucky people.
Angie Summers is a diabetic.
I was diagnosed when I was in my early 20s.
One of 30 million Americans struggling to keep their blood sugar under control every day. For those with type 1 diabetes, they lack insulin, a key hormone we cannot live without. Others, like Summers, who are type 2, can't effectively use what they have, and there's no substitute. Yet studies have shown 1 in 4 Americans living with diabetes have to ration their insulin because of its skyrocketing costs.
There's so many of us that just fall through the cracks on that.
Since 2002, the average list price of insulin has more than tripled.
With that insurance, it ran me about $800 to $1,000 per insulin, and I was on 2. So needless to say, I just went without.
Summers paid the price for it about 6 years ago.
It was awful, I'm not gonna lie.
She ended up in the hospital with neuropathy, and within 6 months,
I lost my leg. We have people dying because they can't afford their insulin.
She points the finger at the manufacturers of the drug, known as the Big Three. Novo Nordisk is the world's largest maker of insulin. A spokesperson says it recognizes prices are high, stating as a company focused on improving the lives of people with diabetes, this is just not acceptable. However, the company argues price is just one factor. They also blame the healthcare system in general, with middlemen negotiating prices between manufacturer and pharmacy. It's estimated a single vial of insulin costs between just $3 and $6 to produce, and yet today's retail price in the U.S. can exceed $400.
This increase in price is simply because they can. Something has to be done.
Going without insulin can cause kidney failure, loss of vision, and sensation in the feet, heart attacks, strokes, even death.
If the only reason they were in the hospital was because they can't pay for the insulin, it doesn't make much sense.
Other countries like Canada regulate pricing. That's not the case in America.
They are messing with my health, and it's not fair.
Kevin Traeger is a type 1 diabetic who's found another solution.
Seen a lot of national stories about these caravans to Canada.
People turning to the black market, crossing the border to buy cheaper drugs and bringing them back home. It's only legal if you're using them for personal use.
It was a no-brainer. It's the same exact product. It is manufactured in the United States, and the pharmaceutical companies ship it to the pharmacies in Canada.
This summer, Traeger made the trip himself.
It was unbelievable how easy it was. You didn't need a prescription. You tell them what you want, and they sell it to you for 1/10 of the price. And it was frustrating.
He showed our station in Louisville 2 vials of insulin.
This one, which I bought in Louisville, was $450, and this one was $57.
Same exact thing.
Yes, same exact product.
He even found a pharmacy in Ontario that will ship the insulin to you.
This disease is so hard to manage with a refrigerator full of insulin. I cannot imagine trying to go 3, 4, 5 days without taking it.
Tennessee lawmakers are being pressured to do something about it. There's an online petition asking them to cap the price of insulin, which other states have done. Also, Memphis Congressman Steve Cohen is co-sponsoring a bill that would allow the government to negotiate the prices of the 250 costliest medicines, including insulin. And East Tennessee Congressman Tim Burchett is asking Attorney General William Barr to investigate possible price fixing. For now, though, Summers gets her insulin for free, a cost her friends have absorbed to ensure she always has it. But she knows that won't always be an option, so she continues to fight.
We know what you're charging. How much profit do you need, and how many people have to die for them to recognize, okay, we need to do something? Now, what are you going to do about it?
Insulin producers say they hope to cut prices soon, but it's doubtful they'll take costs to what they're paying in Canada.